Good morning, class. So, how's your weekend? Was it good? I hope you got well rested. I know last week was hell, but saw some stark improvements. Let's keep that up. So, before we do that, let's just do a real quick roll call, alright? I know this is something we haven't done before, but considering the circumstances and the environment we're in, I just want to make sure everybody's here. So just raise your hand when I call out your name. Knight. Yep, Hammer. Shield. Swift. Red. Lucky. Big. Fuzzy. Yeah, I see you, Fuzzy. Stop waving your hand like a lunatic. Cloak. Screech. Screech, you can stop screaming now, thank you. Roast. Smiley. Mad. And Louie. Alright, looks like we're all here. Good. Wonderful. Now, the topic we got for today is going to be escort ships. So, one thing just keep in mind about escort ships, they're a scout's worst enemy. Well, one of them, of course. You'll understand why. So, escort ships. Star nations, navies designed to deploy escort ships to patrol their borders or screen their fleets. Whatever their mission, those ships are always equipped with a lot of rapid moving point defense turrets and powerful engines. Most vessels of this type are at least 100 meters long and 40 meters wide. Escorts are not designed to go toe-to-toe with bigger starships. In most cases, will retreat when facing their nemesis, the bigger and better armed corvettes. In any case, bigger and slower moving capital ships are vulnerable to starfighters and strike crafts since their point defense batteries can sometimes overwhelmed by relentless attacks. This is why having plenty of escorts, which provide another wall of point defense fire, is often a decisive factor in winning a large fleet engagement. More often than not, the fleet of rival nations rely heavily on their strike craft to cripple their opponent's capital ships. The nimble yet lightly defended escorts rush in and try to plug in the gaps in the line. Essentially, another line of meat shields. There is nothing scarier and more hated by any starfighter or bomber pilot than the sight of an escort ship blocking their way. Its battery unleashing barrage after barrage of devastating point defense fire. Because of the nature of the starship combat and the weapons employed, escort ships are often equipped with one of the best heat sinks that their manufacturers have access to. Having multiple fast-firing beam weapons necessitates this since it is a ship that lacks heat sinks or they are inferior quality. The vessel would fire a couple of bouts only then to stop, or the crew would boil alive in their spacesuits. Of course, this also applies to the scouts. If you were to be caught out there with your drawers down, this would be a very, very bad day for you. Colonial Navy employs its few escorts in a different way. Colonists do not view them as a defense craft, but more of an offensive weapon platform. The Colonial Navy has their own design that not only is a unique gas cooling weapon system installed on top of their best quality heat sinks, but their escort vessels have one starfighter dock port. It is an external port, but that gives their escorts the ability to carry fighter crafts. So think of it this way, they become a miniature carrier. Kinda handy. Now if you got a bunch of these sons of guns out there, well, you just got yourself one hell of a fleet, where other, well, vessels of the same type are gonna find themselves in a bit of trouble. Well, let's see. Combined with their rapid-firing railguns equipped with flak shells and extremely well-cooled lasers, Terrans have one of the most feared escort crafts. Amen to that. In most cases, Colonial Navy commanders rely on their fighters to screen the fleet and deploy the escorts in an offensive role. They are sent to wipe out the enemy's own escort vessels, which they have an edge against since Terran escorts have their flak railguns which outrange most beam guns of the same size. Together with the small number of starfighters they carry, Colonial Navy escorts wipe out their counterparts, enabling then their carriers' strike crafts to bomb the living shit out of the enemy capital ships. Now, of course, like I have been known to do now, I'd like to end with a little bit of a quote. So, here it is. Quote, "Why are the barbarians moving their escorts out of position? Their fleet is now wide open to strike craft assault. Wait, they're moving into an attack formation? Those Terrans. They are coming right at us, the fools. Disperse the fleet. We will blast them to pieces when those morons come into range of our big guns." What? What do you mean their escorts have deployed starfighters? Actually, that's kind of funny as hell. This was a unknown Tazarian border fleet commander. I like this one. I'm gonna save this to my own. I'm gonna sketch this into something of my own. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on my ship. This is too good. Alrighty, class. So we're just gonna continue on with the lessons. We're gonna keep gearing up and getting our fighting style down. Remember, always go in a pack, considering all things that kind of weak by yourself, especially if you're going against a fighter, but we gotta go as a pack mentality. So, alrighty, you are dismissed. Carry on.